All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best of 5 second place finals for the wildcard group. Spawning the bottom left side of the map, he's going to be the European challenger, the Blue Zerg, SortOf.
Oh, right. Replay. In the top right, as the Red Zerg, it is HyuN.
Did you just sit there with like your hands off the keyboard, just kind of like chilling and relaxing?
I tried to,
Oh,
no,
well.
I have to get on your camera before I can do that, you know. And I couldn't get on your camera.
HyuN is being a little bit cheesy in this first game, I was going to say. This is going to be playing out and half played out on the North American ladder, so this will be not something where you're too worried about latency, I think, for HyuN, but maybe for SortOf, question mark? No one really likes playing off-server regardless of where you're from. Neeb's the only one who seems to actually have no issue in it and sometimes prefer it. But SortOf goes for a hatchery first. Oh, God.
Yeah, and then gas and then pool. So it is probably the worst you could do against this build. By the way, just, you know, you mentioned maybe Billy was the last person. It is Snoot, Solar, and Beyond.
Oh, Solar and Beyond. Thank you.
That they're fighting to be placed into, basically. So
isn't Billowy in one of the groups, or did he not make it at all?
He didn't make it at all.
Really? Huh? Oh, it's Patience I was thinking of in the Korean group. I was like Protoss and tip my tongue or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, basically they're fighting so you'll get second place in that group.
Well, I mean, Beyond is gonna be our favorite, but with Solar and Snoot and possibly HyuN, I mean,
well, we'll see.
Terran versus Zerg right now, man.
It's already looking pretty good for HyuN as he runs in here and
I
sort of
love this spine positioning, actually.
It's so late, though.
It is, and I don't know that he's going to be able to stop this, but the drone micro is pretty sick. His mineral walking's been good, but it's buying time for these lings to pop. It's buying time for trying to get the queens out. Bentley Nest starts up for HyuN. He might not win it here on the lings. He might actually win it through the banelings afterwards, question mark, but the attack so far hasn't really killed anything. And keep in mind, guys, SortOf, like, as long as he holds on to this, that's a considerable worker lead.
Yeah.
He's got a hatchery up too.
Yeah, well, the hatchery might be forfeit. We'll see. I was gonna say the banelings morph in, and the spine crawler's not in a good position anymore. It does have to walk somewhere a little more useful, but unfortunately,
oh no, he's going to the natural instead of the main.
I don't know about this. This is a little bit greedy to try and go for. Banelings are on the way. Unfortunately, SortOf missed his overlord in that natural, so doesn't see this. Here they come now.
At least they're blocking out the ramp. The spine crawler's doing something, but not much. Just the queen still goes down. It's burrowing in the wrong spots, Ingram.
Yeah, I really don't know about saving your hatchery with this, you know? Like, I feel like it's at least...
I think with how all in this was apparently made, I think, yeah, abandoning ship on the natural and just holding the main with more workers would have been better. Yeah. He may have also just said, you know what, it's too far ahead on gas, and I knew I wasn't going to recover either way, but this is not good, and I think SortOf, he's got nothing to defend with now. That's a long time to have to drone drill. These lings aren't even halfway finished.
Oh, God. Yeah, now the kill's starting to come in a little bit.
Awkward as awkward does. Lings try to chase it up. It's slow lings. Slow lings against banelings and speedlings. I think we all know how this is going to play out.
Yeah, and once those banelings go into the mineral line, there's not much that SortOf can do. Tries to snipe it with a queen, I think was his intention, but unfortunately she's not sniping.
Nope, rip and pepperonis. Poor SortOf, I do believe, is going to have to take a loss here in game number 1.
His own baneling got a terrible hit.
GG! Alright, so HyuN takes the first game, but I don't know, SortOf ZvZ is pretty good, just generally speaking here. I'm not going to try and build this up for him, but like that was not a good game, and I'm surprised to see it go like that, because SortOf is a good ZvZ player.
Yeah, everyone gets caught off guard with that sometimes, I guess. Not much you can do. Well, you can not try and save your natural, but whatever.
The Partouf bets are 15,000 to 4,500 for favoring HyuN. So maybe not super crazy. Don't have an intro for this one, so we're just going to hop into it and get that load screen rocking and rolling. But yeah, so King Sage on going to be map number 2. Let me just swap this over. Whoop. Sorry, out of game screen. Hype. Game number 2 in this best of 5 for the wild card group stage in the round of 16. Spawning on the top left side. He's down a game currently. It's going to be the blue Zerg player, SortOf.
In the bottom right, as the red Zerg player, he is HyuN.
Alright, so HyuN went cheesy on that first game, and that caught SortOf really off guard. I'm not going to pretend like that was like a little bit bad. Like that was the worst build order you could have had for it. And sometimes the flip of the coin is how a ZvZ is going to go. Sometimes it'll be about the Roaches and the Ravagers in the mid game. In the rare instances, it'll be about Ultralisks in the late game. I will say my favorite matches in Legacy of the Void so far have actually been, I want to say Scarlet versus Bly on Iris, followed up by Snoot in Firecake during the Papa John stuff. But Ultra versus Ultra is always a lot of fun to watch, in my opinion, because it is so ridiculous. It's just absolutely
It is. It's that nice treat every once in a while, like a popsicle on a hot day or something. But my
SpongeBob
favorite
ice cream.
ZvZs, sure. My favorite ZvZs are Muta Ling versus Muta Ling.
I want to retract my statement.
Okay.
Revolver and like a laser or whatever on Ruins of Saros is
Oh,
probably my favorite ZvZ. It was like, for those who don't know what I'm referencing right now, it was a like 24-minute 2 to 3 base Ling bailing all in from both players to the point where their gas geysers became expired and somebody lost because they didn't have enough gas to keep making bailings.
Yeah, it was crazy. Mining out of gas is never going to see something you're never going to see with only Lings and bailings, but it happened.
Someone in chat, please find the VOD of that on our YouTube and link it, please. You'll get super mega bonus Rifkin points for it because that is seriously like one of my favorite games we cast for ZvZ.
Well, oh, yeah, you spoke about ice cream, and I was like, man, I wonder if the ice cream man's gonna come today. We actually still have an ice cream truck. Apparently it's like pretty old-fashioned for a lot of other people, and they think it's not real, but he came like last week, and then he left just as quickly, so I couldn't actually run out the door with a dollar bill fast enough. So it's bad, man.
The funny story for me on this is I live in, for those who don't know, like really bummy country town, so there's not really like a corporate ice cream truck that goes around. We do have an ice cream truck, but what it is it's basically a hollowed out van. And on the outside, it looks like a legitimate ice cream truck. Inside, though, there's like a gas generator plugged up to like a ghetto-ass freezer. Like it doesn't. Like inside is, it looks like it was made in China, if you know what I'm saying. Like the rest of it looks fancy and nice on the outside, but the inside is not. It's a cheap freezer keeping the ice creams cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
okay.
Are you licensed to sell ice cream in this area? This truck doesn't look very official.
Well, but I have ice cream. And you go, oh, okay, never mind. Give me some.
Yeah, $1? Okay, 1 second.
Yeah. It's the only damn place I can get my Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, weird-ass looking face ice cream with the gumballs.
I love that they never look like the wrapper either. They always look super derpy.
They always melted at some point, you know, and then refroze, so it's never going to work out. God. Anyways, the match here is actually differing slightly, so it's still pretty macro-focused for both players, but HyuN is making a couple of Lings right now. He's on 3 bases, SortOf's on 3 bases, but SortOf went for Roaches. And that could be complicated, because without his own Banelings, I mean, you know, you get 2 Roaches caught off guard, and they're going to get surrounded, and it's going to be bad news. I
mean, ideally here for SortOf, though, defensively speaking, those Roaches are going to be fantastic. You snipe off the Banelings, and there's not a problem afterwards, but... did you just get your Team Jogo or your Team Hearthstone shirt
yes.
while we're on stream? I hate you. Okay, we should totally like show this off after. But his Baneling's gonna waddle to the front lines. Zombigrab is completely just distracted now. She is a cat with a ball of yarn in form of a brand new T-shirt. Lings dart on over this way. The problem is the Roaches are in the open. Oh, they gotta have their back against the wall. A surround from Lings beats Roaches every time. This doesn't start off good for SortOf.
No, but I think there's not...
There's enough by the looks of it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say there's not enough Lings to really capitalize on that. 20 more Lings, and I think SortOf's made a huge mistake, but luckily he was fine enough. But absolutely right, like that's the problem with Roaches, so it was a little bit scary for some time. The point is, HyuN, ideally, by doing that, had time to get his own drone count back up, and he does. They're pretty even drones, and they're on even tech right now, too. Oh, it's about to go down here. That will supply block SortOf for, like, 10 seconds. A little annoying.
People ask about censored words in chat. I love when there's like really unexpected words that are censored in a chat. Like for example, sprinkler here. You're never gonna figure out why unless you're here for the time. My friend Harona has the word hipster, understandably censored in chat, but then Metallica for some reason as well. I love when you go to channels and you learn about like these weird ass censored words. We have quite the tale of censored words here. If you ever actually saw our ban list, it is like a little story of BaseTradeTV.
Why is Sprinkler banned?
Zombigrab, you clearly should have been here.
Yeah, I clearly should have. I missed a good day.
It's Stardew Valley streams, man.
Oh, that's right. I remember you mentioning that.
Okay, so nice counterattack actually coming across the map for SortOf, and I actually like his composition for this. The Ravager's gonna be nice, picking off Overlords as he comes across the middle. I don't know how that last shot hit that Overlord, but okay, it did. Unfortunately, though, in doing so, he's left a bit of defenses, left all of his defenses out because he's brought them all with him, and these Lings get some drone kills at that third. But HyuN is gonna have to fight hard. Now, army supply is not too mismatched here. 3 Ravagers to 6, 6 Roaches to none. But this is still like a lot of Lings for that buffer. More Ravagers morphing in for SortOf. Corrosive Biles can be really good. And off of creep, Ravagers can kite Roaches without speed.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. But it is just Ravagers left over, and SortOf's going to want some more buffer for his attack here. But it's looking like a very good attack. 20 more Lings on the way for HyuN's going to help out with those surrounds.
Yeah, if he doesn't, those Lings get a surround though for HyuN. I kind of wish he would have gone for the Ravagers rather than the Roaches, hold them in place and eat those Corrosive Biles. But as he backs away, now it comes down to who hits who. I think he just hit his own Roaches with his own Corrosive Biles. A little bit awkward there, but SortOf's doing like, I don't think he's ever played Space Invaders. He's shooting where HyuN is instead of where HyuN's going to be, and that's making it really problematic for him to actually land hits on these Ravagers.
Never played Space Invaders. That's his problem.
It's the Futurama reference, right? Like, I can't do it! You need to shoot where they are, not where they, or where they're going to be, not where they are.
Alright, well, SortOf is getting a lair behind this, and I thought someone, oh yeah, and Evolution as well, yeah, it's going crazy. I don't know why I didn't see it, but yeah, so he's getting both of those.
Wild and crazy.
Yeah, but the point is that HyuN is not, so either HyuN's going to strictly fall behind, or he's going for an all-in. So if he's going for an all-in, what's a Spine Crawler for? If you're just going to be behind, then, well, okay, then do that if you want.
Brute Force might win out in this situation, honestly. Having an extra 7 to 14 Roaches over top of what is like +1 upgrades. Who cares about +1 upgrades? You're dead. You can't use it. We also got these Ling fights in the middle of the map that are going to go in the favor of HyuN, unfortunately. So SortOf's got to fall back off this. He knows it as well. Roaches and Ravagers coming down the middle of the map, and a brand new sub hits us up.
Ooh.
Thank you to Doggensby. That actually sounds like an ice cream or something. Doggensby
ice cream.
Doggensby.
That's a pretty good surround at those Lings, catches a portion of the army off guard, and SortOf is now down about 20 army supply. Catching Roaches with his Ravagers, that's not the ideal surround you'd be looking for, but it happened, so whatever, it's working.
Well, this fight goes one way or the other for SortOf. It's the fact that HyuN has continued to invest in so much more behind this. Those upgrades for SortOf aren't coming into play. He doesn't have the speed bonus from the layer. He doesn't have the +1 for the ranged weapon upgrades, and HyuN's just bullying him with a bigger army supply and more unit count.
Yeah, he really is bullying him here. I mean, this all-in it's working very, very well. SortOf is on the ropes. He's getting into that, oh my god, I remember this spot in King Sejong. If you're getting corralled back into this
you would get pushed
corner,
back, it'd be bad, yeah. Drone's getting pulled into this too, is not a good sign. Oh, this does look like SortOf had a fighting chance, but HyuN and him make a very, very decisive different choice in what to do with this follow-up. And oh, these Overlords are clumping. Is this bait?
So
is this the sickest Corrosive Bile about to happen?
Oh, they're passing
It's off
through.
for cooldown. Use it. There we go.
Yeah, he tries now, but they're not clumped up anymore.
Yeah, either way, I think it's a little bit too far gone. GG gets called, and HyuN will take game number 2. So well played by him. Now leading the series, we're going to go to a small commercial break before we get to game 3, guys, as this is now match point for poor SortOf. We'll see you soon. All right, folks, welcome back. Game number 3. And this could be the deciding match. Spawning in the bottom right side of Frozen Temple, we've got the blue Zerg player, SortOf.
In the top left, as the red Zerg, he is HyuN, and he's drone scouting.
Yes, this is really unorthodox and weird, and I'm wondering what's prompted him to do this.
I think just being up 2-0 and being like, I'm not going to die to some cheese is bullshit.
Maybe. I check for the hatchery first, and I kind of think he's now going to know. Now, okay, we've talked about this. The cost of drone scouting is actually the cost of basically an extra drone. To put that in better sense, you lose out on 50 minerals worth of this drone just by coming across the map. So you could have actually been up, say, 17 to 16 workers had you not, or if one person drone scouts and the other doesn't type thing. But this is a lot of information revealed for HyuN, and while he does take a hatchery first, he quickly puts down that pool and doesn't go gas beforehand. SortOf has gas, he's got that pool, HyuN knows the hatchery's still not down, and I don't know if he'd necessarily need to duck into the main, but looks like he will, and he'll get a complete scout on what's going on. He has read SortOf like a book, and I don't know what told him he needed a drone scout for this, but this nailed it.
It did, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a very early, like, it wasn't a 12 pool, right? Which is definitely, I think, the first thing you're scared of. But it is still a 1 base opener that's going to have this really fast speed that you're going to take into account. Now that he knows this, and the map being Frozen Temple, I don't think this will be that big of an issue. HyuN could still go for, like, straight up to Roaches, for instance, because he'll be able to wall off his natural. That's one of the benefits of Frozen Temple. The newest edition of the Frozen Temple, I guess. Well, no. The newest edition is they took away the Zalnagas. But for those that weren't around when Frozen Temple was like first introduced, there is a very much so wider opening in the natural.
Yeah. Oh, over here you mean? Yeah,
remember.
yeah. This used to be, and you also had this little bit of the cliff missing, which really made it impossible to do with Protoss. And the rocks were on the wrong side. There's so many issues with Frozen Temple when it first came out.
Yeah, there was, and now it's, I guess, more fixed. But still, the way it is right now, we see the Roach, straight to Roach build very, very popular. I mean, Hydra always does it, and I think it'd be fine against this. I mean, I guess the problem right now is that if SortOf really dedicates to his Ling speed upgrade, that, you know, add on Banelings, add on more Lings, it is going to be a lot really early on, you know? And if HyuN's going to try and get a wall up, it's got to be now. But if SortOf had just used it to, like, you know, hold off on a 3rd base, I don't think HyuN would care as much.
Gets a drone kill, gets 2 drone kills, 3 drone kills for these couple of Lings. Not too bad, considering this wasn't the all-in. This is going to be the all-in.
Yeah.
So not a terrible start.
Wall.
Yeah, 3rd Evo Chamber is probably the best choice he could make. I mean, this will still eventually chew through it, but it's Banelings coming in, and you can't exactly bust Evo Chambers. The worst part about trying to bust something against Zerg 2's Transfuses really shut it down. Yeah,
if these ever finish, Transfuses would shut this down. But it looks like, well, if he did hit it, I think he would have gotten it. Oh well. That's gonna make things complicated because I think 1 Transfuse will be ready, 2 Transfuses will be ready.
This is problems too because HyuN having gone for the Roach War and like had that, it's not the same as necessarily killing the Echo Chamber. Those Transfuses were so sick. He does get the kill on this though, so there's only going to be 5 Roaches spawning initially. Not hard to make another one though, because another one already coming down the backside, but this does buy him a little bit of leeway. There's no more Transfuses, but just not enough surface area for these Lings to actually kill anything.
Yeah, this is why, like, it really sucks this was scouted so early. HyuN's had a pretty perfect reaction to this. The only thing I could say that would have been better was if he had the Spine Crawler a little bit earlier.
He friggin' drone scouted. Nobody does that. I don't think SortOf was expecting that. He was expecting this cheese to get away with this dedication to do so much more.
Yeah. Now the good news is that SortOf isn't down and out yet, but he's definitely in a bad position. He can try and deny the 3rd base for a very long time with his speedling advantage, and drone, you know, for a while. He'll have the map controlled, but once HyuN feels comfortable pushing out, whenever that is, I'm not quite sure. Maybe Roach speed, maybe I'll never feel very comfortable push out, and we'll just slowly take a 3rd base. I don't know. Eventually, HyuN's going to have this much bigger Roach army, much better army, and SortOf will be in trouble, for sure. Overlord drop? Not a bad idea.
That's a clever way to get over the wall. I actually wish he would have thought of this sooner. Had this been his, actually, oh god, if this had been his go-to, instead of wasting those Banelings on the wall, instead of spending time on those Queens, this could have actually devastated him when he only had 3 Queens and no Roaches. But this is perhaps a little too far gone. I don't know. He's going to hope that the wall gets abandoned in hopes of responding to this and then move in with this force. But there's only 1 Baneling, and there's not really that much to stop the Spine Crawler from stopping it. So, while some Lings do get to the main, they get surrounded, and this already is falling a bit flat for SortOf. What's his plan to follow this up? Going for Roaches. So might want to meet Roach for Roach. His army supply, excuse me.
Wow, I can't believe that Ling got in there.
Okay, so Scout's the Spire. I was going to say, SortOf droned a lot in the last few moments, and while he's been behind in economy up to this point, Roach versus Roach isn't actually entirely out of the question. But Muta versus Roach, when he's not going to have the Roach timing on his side, these Mutas are going to win every single time.
Yeah, I think they will win. Lings are getting in here. They're confirming that, like, the Spire didn't get canceled, which I guess was a possibility. They're getting a couple of drones as well. 8 and 9 in total have gone down.
Not bad for workers. Not bad at all. That's what's really helped him keep up. Yeah, because, I mean, for him, let's not forget, this was later. This was also less drones for so much longer. So just evening it up still doesn't put him ahead, but does bring him back into the game a little bit. Chaos Master X21 just hit us up with an 18-month resub, though, so thank you very much to you, sir. And, of course, we had a bunch of new subs today, which was a good feeling, man. Feels good, man, as we are currently at 1,002 subscribers. Yay! It's weird. I've been trying to explain subscribers to some of my YouTube friends, and they don't do Twitch at all. Like, they don't even watch Twitch. They don't bother with it at all. They use, like, that stream.me site or whatever. So they're like, oh, you got 1,000 subscribers. Like, so impressive. Like, roll their eyes. I'm like, no, fuck you guys. That's amazing. Like, 1,000 subscribers is insane. I know YouTube subscribers are free, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah. Learn your Twitch.
Yeah.
These roaches got a cancel on the third base, and they get a kill on the queen too. This is a very, very desperate attack from SortOf, and it's just not gonna work.
No. But the ground fight would have if there weren't mutas involved. But they're just chipping away for free at the Ravagers in the back. How that spine crawler goes off, and that's gonna be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. HyuN will in fact take the series 3-0 and qualify for the wildcard group. Yay! So that'll be Solar, Snoot, HyuN, and Beyond.
There you go. Oh, HyuN.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I hope we don't cast that. I remember that we almost did for that one group part, but okay. That makes for an interesting group. So the only match left undecided at this point is Super and Sulky. And as we said, there's going to be two outcomes to this. One is either a really awesomely live performed match that we cast tomorrow before the Alima League. The other is a very disappointing disqualification of one of the players because they both were terrible at communicating and didn't show up for their match today. So I don't know which, but we don't want to exactly punish them just yet. So a definite warning will be issued, and we'll see what we can do as far as trying to get them to play things on time. I just want to point out, by the way, it was Super that had the problem with the matchup, not Sulky. So if someone was disqualified, it would be Super because he didn't pay attention to his own schedule, and he was the one with the issue, not Sulky.
So, it's fair.
Oh, damn, this girl's Farah makeup looks amazing. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm Twitter. Overwatch. What's up? So we're going to do one more thing before we go off, guys. We're going to go to commercial break. We're going to send you off for Ting. And then we're going to play one co-op mission for some funsies here at the end of the broadcast. Because we really don't have that extra match, and it feels disappointing not having that best of 5. So we'll go back to... Or we're still in America. Yeah. We'll do some... I don't know. Do you want to do the mutation again? We won't get bonus XP for it, but it's tougher and more fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So last ad break of the day from the sponsors of this awesome event, Ting. And when we get back, we will play